The entire empires and rulers told their people and humanity the same thing. Our money is strong. Our economy is perfect. No one can destroy us. Our system is solid. But days passed, months passed, years passed, and every passing second showed that this was not true. From Rome to France, from Byzantium to modern Lebanon, millions of people woke up one day and realized that the money they had worked and saved for throughout their lives had become worthless. They saw salaries lose their value, banks being shut down, people losing trust in the system, because money is not just a piece of paper. Money is the shared belief of people, and when that belief disappears, even the systems that once looked powerful and trustworthy begin to collapse. The biggest mistake people make is believing that the current system will continue forever in the same way. But history constantly tells us otherwise. For example, let's look at the Byzantine Empire. For centuries, it was one of the strongest economic powers in the world. Its gold coins were so trusted that merchants from Europe to Asia accepted them without even thinking. But over time, because the rulers' expenses kept increasing, they began reducing the purity and value of the gold. At first, nobody noticed. Then people slowly started becoming suspicious, and trust was broken, and that great economic system slowly collapsed. Because empires can be powerful, armies can be enormous, but when people lose trust, no system can stand forever. Throughout history, we hear and see this happening again and again. During the Black Death, nearly half of Europe's population died. Cities became empty, trade stopped, life completely changed. But the strange thing is this: even during that disaster, some people gained power. Land became cheaper, labor and workforce became valuable. People who were prepared found new opportunities. Years later, during COVID, we experienced similar events again. While some people lost everything, others doubled their wealth. Because crises usually do not affect every person in the same way. People who are unprepared lose, while people who are prepared see value and opportunity. When the great banks of Florence collapsed, people learned this: there is no such thing as too big to fail. During the American Civil War, when governments printed money uncontrollably, people saw this. Paper money could become worthless overnight. During the French Revolution, people understood that the promises given by governments would never last forever. In the 1997 Asian financial crisis, countries learned a new reality. Depending on someone else's currency is extremely dangerous. And very recently, the people of Lebanon saw how disappointing it can be to trust banks. They could not get back the savings they had built throughout their lives. One day they woke up, and the system was no longer working. Actually, even though all these stories look different, they all tell the same common truth. Real wealth is not just the number in a bank account. Real wealth is the ability to produce, to create value, and to possess things that people truly need. Because even during a crisis, people still want to eat. They still want to trade, earn money, help others earn money, and most importantly, trust someone, especially their government. Throughout history, the people who stayed at the top were usually the ones who were prepared for situations like these. That is why history is not just a memory left in the past. In reality, it is a lesson that was lived through for the sake of the future. On this channel, we will not only talk about wars, empires, or economic crises. At the same time, We will try to understand why and how people grow, and why they collapse. Because history does not only tell us what happened in the past, it tells us how we should move forward today, prepared for current and future events, and with the right decisions. If you also do not want to fall into these mistakes, and if you want to understand how money should be managed, and are curious about why and how economies, power, and wars happen, subscribe and stay tuned, because history is trying to teach us something, and together we will learn lessons from history and reach the answers.